All right, so everybody's been sending us stuff about ChatGPT
Yeah.
and this new tasks feature.
Right.
It seems to have everybody kind of buzzing.
It's really interesting.
We're talking about actually scheduling actions within ChatGPT,
Yeah.
like a to-do list,
Yeah.
but powered by AI.
What's really fascinating is that it really signals a shift from ChatGPT just sort of responding to us to it actually kind of acting on our behalf autonomously
Right.
at specific times.
It's crazy to think this is just the beta.
Yeah.
Only paid users have access right now.
Right.
But I mean, once this rolls out to everybody,
I
mean, the possibilities are pretty huge.
Huge, yeah. OpenAI's CEO is predicting that by 2025, AI agents like this will be a major force in the workforce.
Wow.
So tasks could be that very first step towards a world where AI isn't just a tool that we use, but it's a proactive partner.
Okay, so let's break this down a little bit. How does tasks actually work?
Sure.
Like, say, I want a daily AI news roundup delivered every morning. Yeah.
What do I do?
Well, it's surprisingly simple.
Okay.
You just select the ChatGPT with scheduled tasks model within the interface.
Okay.
And then you give your instructions, just like you normally would to ChatGPT.
Right.
But you'd include the time and frequency. So you could say something like, send me a summary of the top AI news at 8 a.m. every day.
And ChatGPT will actually go out and find that info on its own.
Yeah, it uses its existing capabilities to search for the news.
Wow.
To put it all together in a concise summary for you.
Okay.
And then at 8 a.m. sharp, you'll get a little notification that the task is complete.
Okay.
And you can click on it, and it'll take you right to the results.
So no more digging through dozens of websites for my AI news.
Exactly.
I like it.
Yeah.
What are the limitations here, though? Can I schedule anything?
Well, there are a few.
Okay.
Currently, you're only limited to 10 active tasks at once.
Okay.
It's also important to note that while it can search and summarize, it can't actually do things.
Like make purchases on your behalf.
So no ordering me that pizza at 2 a.m. when I'm coding.
Not just yet.
Yeah.
But this is just the beginning.
Right.
These features are likely to expand, especially given OpenAI's ambitions for this kind of agentic AI.
Speaking of ambitions, there was some talk in the sources about another project called Operator.
Yeah.
What's the connection there?
Well, Operator is rumored to be a much more advanced AI agent.
Okay.
Think of it as an AI that can control your computer directly.
Wow.
So opening apps, running programs, navigating websites, and potentially much more.
Okay.
And so some speculate that tasks could eventually be integrated with Operator and giving it a level of control that's honestly kind of mind-blowing.
Yeah, this is getting into some serious sci-fi territory.
Yeah, it is.
So besides news briefings, what are some other ways people are using tasks right now?
Well, one that I thought was really cool was from The Verge. Apparently, a parent was using it to create a personalized bedtime story and illustration.
For their kids.
For their kids every night.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, so a unique AI-generated story.
Yeah.
Tailored to your child's interests.
Wow.
Delivered right on schedule.
That's way better than reading the same old fairy tales every night.
I know, right?
And from what I've seen, the AI even suggests tasks based on your conversations.
Right.
Like it's trying to learn your routines and what's important to you.
Precisely.
Yeah.
It's that proactive element that really makes it different from just a regular to-do list app.
Right.
It's like it's starting to think ahead and figure out what's important to you.
One of our sources even showed how you can get personalized workout plans through tasks.
Cool.
So you get like every evening a customized workout routine tailored to your fitness level and goals.
Exactly.
Delivered right to your phone.
Like having an AI personal trainer in your pocket.
And speaking of personal trainers, one fascinating point raised in the sources was how using ChatGPT for things like fitness tracking could actually be more efficient than a dedicated fitness app.
Yeah, I know that sounds kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But think about it.
Okay.
With ChatGPT, you could potentially have all of your fitness data, your workouts, your progress, even your nutrition.
Wow.
All in one place.
Okay.
It could analyze that data, identify trends, and suggest adjustments to your routine, all within a single interface.
It's like having a fitness coach and data analyst all rolled into one.
Yeah.
That's impressive. But it's still a beta.
Right.
What happens if it misses an important reminder or delivers bad info?
Sure.
Reliability has to be a concern, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's why OpenAI is taking it slow with this beta rollout.
Right.
They need to get that feedback from users.
Yeah.
They need to iron out the kinks, make sure it's reliable.
Right.
Because we're talking about AI that's actually supposed to act, not just chat with us.
The stakes are higher.
Exactly. The stakes are definitely higher. Yeah. They have to make sure this thing is really ready to go.
Yes. Speaking of responsibility, you mentioned that some people are already using this for work-related tasks.
Right.
Isn't that a little bit premature considering it's still in beta?
It's understandable. I think people are just eager to see, how it can boost their productivity.
Right.
Imagine, scheduling a task, like research the latest trends in renewable energy for tomorrow's meeting.
Okay.
ChatGPT could compile like a concise report overnight for you, saving you hours of work.
That's a game changer, especially for those of us who hate doing research.
Right.
But wouldn't that lead to like an over-reliance on AI?
Right.
What about, developing our own skills?
I think that's a valid concern. It's crucial that we view AI as a tool that enhances our capabilities.
Right.
Not replaces them entirely.
Right.
So it's about striking that balance, leveraging AI for efficiency. Yeah.
While we continue to hone our own expertise.
It makes sense. So I'm really curious about these real-world examples we've been talking about.
Yeah.
Let's dive into those.
Sure.
What are people actually doing with tasks?
So the daily AI news briefing seems to be a big hit.
Okay.
It's essentially like having a personalized AI news aggregator delivering a curated summary of, the most relevant developments each morning.
So instead of, spending hours going through tech blogs and all these news sites,
exactly,
you get like this nice, concise overview of what really matters.
Precisely.
Delivered when you want it.
You can even specify the level of detail and the specific areas you're most interested in.
Okay.
So if you want to focus on breakthroughs in natural language processing, you can do that. Or maybe you're more interested in the ethical considerations.
Right.
ChatGPT can tailor that briefing.
That's a level of personalization you just don't get with traditional news sources. I know. And it really frees up so much time to actually process the information.
Exactly.
And think about its implications.
It's about going beyond just consuming information.
Yeah.
To actually, understanding and applying it.
Right.
Remember that example we talked about with the AI generating bedtime stories?
Oh, yeah.
For kids.
The parents having ChatGPT create custom stories.
It's genius.
Every night for their kids.
Yeah.
It's just genius.
It shows how tasks can go beyond just the purely practical stuff.
Yeah.
Tap into that creativity.
Right.
Imagine your kid getting a unique story tailored to their interests.
Yeah.
Complete with vivid imagery every night.
It just sparks a whole other level of imagination and wonder.
Yeah.
And frees up parents from having to make up stories on the fly after a long day.
You're exhausted.
But are these stories just pulled from existing sources?
Or is the AI actually creating new stuff?
That's the crazy part.
Yeah.
It uses its vast knowledge base and its language generation capabilities to actually weave together original stories.
Wow.
Craft plots, character settings that are brand new.
So it's not just like remixing fairy tales.
It's creating something new.
That's pretty incredible.
It is.
And then there's that example with the personalized workout plans.
Oh, right.
Delivered every evening.
It's like a virtual personal trainer.
Yeah.
But without that hefty price tag.
Okay, so how personalized are we talking here?
So you can input your fitness level, your goals, your preferred workout style, even like the equipment you have access to.
Okay.
ChatGPT takes all of that and creates a custom routine, including warm-up exercises, specific sets and reps, cool-down stretches.
So it's not just like a generic list of exercises.
Right.
It's actually tailored to you.
It is.
Wow, that's impressive. Can it track your progress?
That's where things get really interesting. Okay. One source talked about how ChatGPT could actually be a more comprehensive fitness hub than dedicated fitness apps.
How so?
Think about it with tasks. You could not only schedule your workouts, but also log your progress.
Wow.
Track your nutrition.
What?
Even get feedback on your form, all within one interface.
So it's like having all of your fitness data your workouts, your progress, nutrition.
All in one place.
With AI analyzing it and giving you insights.
That's amazing.
That's a game changer for anyone serious about fitness.
It is.
It's crazy to think about how much power we're putting into AI, literally scheduling our lives, our stories, our workouts.
It's wild.
What about those people who are still kind of wary of AI?
Sure.
You know, the ones who are worried about the ethics, the potential job losses. What would you say to them?
I think those are valid concerns, you know, that deserve serious consideration. We need to have those open and honest conversations about the impact of AI on society. But it's also important to remember that AI is a tool. Like any tool, it can be used for good or for ill.
So it's not about fearing AI. It's about understanding it.
Exactly.
And shaping its development responsibly.
It's about making sure AI is used to augment human capabilities, solve complex problems, and to create a more just and equitable world.
Well said. Now, earlier we talked about Operator.
This
rumored project that could give ChatGPT even more control over our devices. It's exciting, but also a bit unnerving.
A little bit,
What are your thoughts?
It's definitely one of the most intriguing and essentially controversial aspects of this whole tasks development. If Operator is really what they say it is, it could manage our entire digital lives.
Wow, that's a lot to unpack. I think we need to do a whole other deep dive on Operator.
I agree.
Because this is getting really interesting.
Yeah, this is a conversation that needs to happen.
But for now, let's kind of shift gears and look at some of the user feedback about tasks.
Okay.
It seems like people are pretty excited. But there are some concerns as well. So we've seen the potential, we've seen the real world examples. But what's the early verdict? Are people actually finding tasks useful?
It seems like the feedback's been really positive so far. Although most of it's coming from paid users. You know, they tend to be the early adopters.
Yeah, makes sense.
More enthusiastic about new features.
They're the ones who are going to be experimenting and pushing the boundaries. But what are they saying specifically?
Well, a lot of them are saying that they're finally getting their money's worth from their subscription. They're seeing the value in an AI that can not only respond to their prompts, but also take initiative and act on their behalf.
Especially if it's doing things that your typical to-do list app can't. Like writing that bedtime story. Or compiling that research report.
It's doing the things that you don't want to do. And it's doing them well.
And there's that sense that this is just the beginning. People
are already thinking about all these ways to use tasks for things like managing their finances, learning a new language, automating parts of their creative process.
It's like a whole new world opening up.
It is.
It's like we're really seeing a major shift in how we interact with technology.
Absolutely.
But with every exciting new development, there's always concerns.
What are some of the reservations that people have?
What are people worried about?
Well, reliability is a big one.
Okay.
As we said, it's still in beta.
Right.
So there are bound to be glitches,
right,
missed deadlines, potentially inaccurate information.
Yeah, you don't want to trust it too much.
Right. People are hesitant to rely on something that's not quite finished yet.
Especially when it comes to, like, important tasks.
Yeah.
Whether it's a work deadline or a reminder to pick up your kid from soccer practice.
Exactly.
What about misuse?
Oh, yeah, that's another big one.
Could tasks be used to spread misinformation?
Right.
And spam people?
It's possible.
Could it be hijacked for malicious purposes?
That's something OpenAI needs to think about and address.
It's that reminder that with any powerful technology, there's always that potential for good and bad.
Exactly.
It's really up to us, the users and the developers, to make sure it's used responsibly.
Yeah, we have to use it ethically.
And of course, there's the whole debate about AI and jobs.
Right.
Are AI agents like ChatGPT going to replace human workers?
That's a tough one.
It's a complex issue.
It is.
No easy answers.
Yeah, and it's one we need to keep talking about.
As this technology keeps developing.
Absolutely.
It's easy to get caught up in all the excitement.
Yeah.
But we have to remember the human side of things.
Right.
How do we make sure that everybody benefits from these advancements?
Yeah, how do we make sure no one is left behind?
That's a really important question.
It is.
So as we wrap up this deep dive on ChatGPT tasks,
right,
what's the key takeaway for our listeners?
I think the most important thing to remember is that we're seeing a real shift in how we interact with AI. It's not just a passive tool anymore. It's becoming an active partner that can anticipate our needs, take initiative, and act for us.
And that presents amazing opportunities.
It does.
But also a lot of responsibility.
Right. We have to be mindful of the risks. Have these conversations about the ethics and work together to make sure AI is used for good.
To shape a better future.
Exactly. A future where AI can help us solve those complex problems, unlock new possibilities, and create a more just and equitable world.
Well said. So for all of you listening out there, if you're intrigued by all this, keep exploring.
Keep experimenting.
Keep asking those tough questions.
Yeah, and if you want even more deep dives into the world of AI, don't forget to subscribe.
And for those of you who want to get hands-on and learn how to actually use these AI tools, check out the Ian Ochieng AI YouTube channel.
You'll find tutorials and insights there.
All right, till next time.
Yes.
Keep learning, keep innovating, and keep pushing the boundaries.
Absolutely.